I'm in DeLand today at the DeLand Airport, where there was a Navy base during the war, and looking for some artifacts. And look, an old rotary telephone dial. Cool. Let's see, a Winchester #2 Western Ranger. Found this nice little tag, says #1 De Leon Boathouse. Everything we found out here is old. Really old. 4 things in this hole. Best thing was this nice little bottle, and I managed to get it out without breaking it. And a lid to something. Bottles Patty and I found, and Brent's foot, and Brent.
Cut down paintbrush.
Brent's got,
told me she found one. I don't believe it.
looks like what the handle.
Yep, top to the change purse.
And you think it's silver?
Oh yeah, look.
Wow.
And it's heavy.
Not. Oh yeah, look at that.
Oh, thank you.
Dang.
Thank you.
That's nice. Woohoo, that was worth coming out here in the heat in Florida. Good job, girl.
Thank you.
A little bottle. That looks like an olive oil, maybe.
Yeah.
Reminds me of the olive oil bottles. Pretty cool. I like the pattern on that.
Thank you.
It fell off myself.
Pretty neat. I bet there's glass inside the metal.
It looks like it's got some kind of a logo or a design on the
Is that
bottom.
wood on the bottom?
Well, there could be wood
You
stuck
need
in
help?
it. You know what? Take a magnifying glass to it. I think you've
I
got
did
some
the
kind of a
same
logo
thing.
down there.
Cool.
Actually, I do have a magnifying glass.
Okay, I got permission to search 3 lots in my neighborhood. And I just stopped in. They were homesteaded a long time ago, and they tore an old house down. So far, I found part of a silver spoon. And this little thing, I don't know what it is. I will look it up later. Really liking that silver spoon. It's very ornate. Found a toasted wheat penny. Can't see hardly anything, just enough to tell it's a wheat penny. Okay, I just found this chunk of glass in the hole with what I'm pretty sure is an old tool. This property goes back a long time, I'm sure back into the 1800s if it was homesteaded. Okay, I've got this thimble. I think it says Sweet Rose Self-Rising Flour, which I think is around the 50s. Gonna have to clean it up a little more, make sure that's what it says. That's what it looks like though. Okay, I guess I found an old dog tag. Dog tags, Orlando, Florida, 697953. Nothing on the back. 2 pieces of an old piece of jewelry and a piece of grass getting in the way. This is pretty cool. Hopefully there's some more of it down here. Probably an old brooch. Nice. Okay, this is really interesting. Ring up really high like silver. Looks like it says monotype, and I believe it's broken off on the end. Pretty heavy. I wonder if it's a bar of lead. Very different. Really got me wondering. This is a pretty ornate base to something. Possibly a lamp. Pretty light. Ring up like a coin. Well, I'm out in my yard looking for relics. My house was built in 1949, but there were some carriage houses in my neighborhood, and we have found horseshoes in the yard. And I just found a square nail. Pretty cool. I'm going to look and see if I can find the horseshoe it came out of. Okay, I also found in my front yard, I think another square nail, piece of a clock, an old clock, and an old piece of glass, all in the same hole. And in the same hole, looks like an old wheel. I'm thinking my front yard was a trash dump many, many years ago. In the same hole buckle. You can see how deep it is. It's deeper than a pinpointer, which is about 9 inches long. Almost to my elbow. Yeah, this is pretty interesting, and it was right under the surface in my yard. I just dug up an axe head in my yard. Pretty cool. I like that a lot. More wild stuff coming up in my yard. It's kind of a huge spike. It's really heavy. Here's what I found in my yard today. Piece of copper, square nail, big chunk of something. Another possible square nail, some wheels, probably off the original windows. We did replace the windows. That's an interesting shape. I don't know what it is. That may be part of a cast iron pot. Years ago, before I was metal detecting, I dug up what I thought was part of a cast iron stove out here, so I didn't know any better. I didn't keep it or anything. Wheel off of something, axe head, and that was in the hole right next to the axe head. Don't know what that is. I'm not done yet, but I'm done for today.